Tara Bush. Brought to you by the Health Services Authority, caring people, quality service. Visit hsa.ky.
For the Health of It with Tara Bush.
Brought to you by Healthcare Pharmacy, where they care about your health. 2 locations, Governor Square and Grand Harbor. Refill and transfer prescriptions online. Call 947-8900 or visit healthcarepharmacy.ky. Also brought to you by Cayman Medical Center, Cayman's most awarded private medical clinic.
And UHealth, International University of Miami.
World-class healthcare in the heart of Miami.
The Light Room, your holistic sanctuary for physical and mental restoration, repair, and rejuvenation. The power that made the body heals the body. 38 Pasadora Place, Georgetown. Find us online at www.thelightroom.ky or call 938-HEAL.
For the Health of It with Tara Bush.
There's nothing more important than your health, and seeking expert healthcare with physicians you can trust is what you deserve. UHealth, the University of Miami Health System, offers peace of mind to you and your family with a first-class experience. Our patient coordinators assist with everything you need before, during, and after your stay with us. As South Florida's only academic-based health system, UHealth offers cutting-edge treatment, compassionate care, and life-changing results just a flight away. Learn more at umiamihealth.org/international.
Are you feeling anxious, overthinking, or stressed, struggling with sleep and focus? Your physical health may be suffering too. Research shows that stress directly impacts your well-being, making it harder for your body to heal. At the Lightroom, we're here to help you find your balance. Our unique facility promotes the theta brain state, which is your body's natural way to achieve restorative rest and repair. Visit us at the Lightroom, Pasadora Place in Georgetown, and let us guide you back to wellness, rediscovering tranquility and harmony, because you deserve to feel your best. Call us on 938-HEAL or book online at www.thelightroom.ky.
Hello and welcome to For the Health of It. I'll be interviewing Miss Jean Panton. She is the founder of the Alex Panton Foundation. She is also, well, she's retired at the moment, but she was a CFO, a Chief Financial Officer at
Civil Aviation Authority of the Cayman Islands.
Thank you.
Yes.
And she is the wife of Mr. Wayne Panton, a MP for Newlands. So, welcome to For the Health of It.
Thank you very, very much, Tara, for having me on this, I think, very important forum in educating the public on the importance of health in our lives to just live our best lives, I guess. And, you know, speaking of which, I think because of this important forum that you have made available to the public, I'd like to celebrate you.
Oh, thanks.
Because I've watched your journey, your health journey from afar, and later years I've watched you closer up as a volunteer for the Alex Panton Foundation. And I don't know if you remember it, but on my first attempt at a half marathon.
I do.
Yeah, I had trained with a friend that actually wasn't able to do it because she herself had gone through a tragedy.
Oh, okay.
And I went on by myself, and I wasn't even to the halfway mark when you came up on me and said, "Come on, Jane, let's do it. Come on, you can do it." And my feet were hurting, and I'd never done it before, so I didn't probably wear the right shoes. But you encouraged me. I think you stayed with me for about 15 minutes, and then you said, "I got to move on. I want to better I have to move on." But I thanked you so much for that. I told everyone afterwards. I said, Tara kept me going. I just watched her going with her backpack on the back. And so it helped me finish.
Well, thank you very much.
I probably crawled to the finish line. But I have to tell you were an inspiration along the way.
Well, thank you so much, Miss Jean. So now, why am I interviewing you? I'm interviewing you for the Honoring Women's Month series of women who have done extraordinary things in their life, despite you, like you alluded to, your tragedy with Alex. So, how does one rise above that. And not only that, not only you rise above it, I'm going to make you explain what happened. And then, but not only did you rise above that, but you came out ahead, and you've helped so many people in the last, 12 years, is it?
Actually, well, the foundation got started in February 2018 with our first ever Alex Panton Youth Mental Health Symposium, and that was a huge success. We had no idea the need that was out there. But prior to this, I lost Alex on October 30th, 2010. We lost Alex. The community lost Alex. Our family, our friends lost Alex. I'm not sure if I can say it was a surprise, because we knew he was severely depressed. And at the end, he was actually seeing a psychiatrist because he felt like he needed help, even though from years before I tried to get him help. But there was a stigma, and there still is a stigma surrounding getting help for your mental health. You're labeled as crazy or something like that if you're seen to be getting help for your mental health. We've come a long way in breaking down that stigma, but there's quite a bit more to do. I would say from the very beginning, when I got myself together, and I'd go walking with a friend who is now on the executive with me, and thank heavens for her. She's been there for most of my adult life, or all of my adult life. And we raised our kids together and everything. And I would talk to her about what we could possibly do to educate parents like us that missed signs, that do what we needed to do so that another family didn't suffer the tragedy. And we would bounce things off of each other. And meanwhile, she was helping me preserve my own mental health by going walking, exercising, talking about it and everything. And, Alex was a loss to her as well. And anyway, I would like to give a big shout out to her as well, Miss Carla Reed, who has just been with me on this journey. The idea of the foundation really came about when I met on a social basis with Ms. Charmaine McGowan, who is the mother of Ms. Haley Robinson, who is deputy chair of the Alex Panton Foundation and was a very close friend of Alex's. So we were speaking and talking. It was in July 2017. I remember it very well. And we were talking about challenges with our own children and what happened to Alex. And I said, I still not come up with a way to, get education out there for the public so that another family doesn't suffer this tragedy. So anyway, to try to make a long story short, because it is a long story, she pulled in her daughter Haley, who I had gone to see Haley's movie. Haley was starring in a movie. I went for Alex, and I wanted to tell her how proud I was of her and making her movie debut. And anyway, I just didn't. I didn't, because I didn't want to spoil her night afterwards. So I told her mom. Anyway, we had a meeting with Haley, her mom, and then they brought others in, like Miss Lizette, who was also one of Alex's mommies. Okay. Her daughter Kelsey was a very good friend of Alex's also. And we came together. They brought in other professionals, that we all came together and decided that we needed to form a mental health foundation. And we grapple with how would we do it? How would we debut? And because Miss Lizette had said, she was familiar with running the HSA healthcare conferences. She said, why not let's do a youth mental health conference? And that then was the launch of the foundation in February 2018, which would have been Alex's 24th birthday on February 10th.
All of this happens, but you had a career. It's not a little career. You're not a librarian or a personal assistant, which nothing's wrong with those positions, but you were running
a department.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the Director of Finance and Compliance at the Civil Aviation Authority. At the time I lost Alex, and I had been working many long hours, to be honest with you. It's mainly because that's my work ethic, and the team around me have great work ethic as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the person that took over from me, the lady that took over from me, I'm so proud of, Miss Joni Wood. She has the same kind of driven work ethic, and it's not for fame or fortune or anything. It's just for doing the right thing and making the best for your family and for the community as a whole. Doing your best job is what our parents taught us. I would say I got lost in my work. I went back what some people would consider fairly early. I lost Alex on October 30th, and I went back like in the second week of December. I probably could have gone back sooner, but actually my boss asked that, you take some more time. But I did get lost in my work, and it was just something I was used to doing. But because of the great support that I also got there, Joni herself had been through tragedies, and it was just an incredible team that helped, like the Alex Panton Foundation executive team. The team that I had at Civil Aviation Authority really, really did help get me through it. And we, even then that year, the Auditor General always congratulated us on providing financial statements that were easily audited all the time and getting them out on time and doing our annual reports. But it's because the team, they wanted to do the best job they can do. And, Joni is continuing to do that.
So you're back at work, and could you paint a picture of, like you said, your team supported you, right? Because I'm sure we're all going through some sort of tragedy. Not going through, but we will go through.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How could somebody support their boss or their coworker during this time? Could you just paint a picture of something you can remember, an act of kindness that just got you through that day?
I don't know. I think I was just very blessed to have compassionate people around me. They made sure that we had food, and
that's a pretty big deal.
Yes. That
is a pretty big deal.
Yes, because cooking is one of my outlets, honestly.
Uh-huh.
I enjoy cooking, and I don't remember cooking back then.
Okay.
I don't remember, even though I enjoyed it. Yeah, I couldn't wrap my head around, preparing dinner, but yeah, it's just the support and being there. They'd come in and talk, and just knowing they were there. It's just a lot of compassionate people.
And you also had another son.
I do, and I don't want to. I kept going because of Cody and Wayne. They were grieving very heavily, and I knew I had to stay strong for them.
Now, how did you take care of yourself and your family in the midst of this chaotic period?
I'm not sure if I was actually caring for myself as much as other people were looking out for me.
So how did you overcome those hard days? Because I think even now you have hard days.
Yes, I have hard days. Definitely a few times a week. I have hard days. But the way I evolved in this grief process is I go for walks in nature, and I photograph nature and sunsets, sunrises, the moon, and, take a tiny little weed flower and make it big. And that's what I do now for my own mental health.
That brings you joy.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It does.
What advice would you give to young, older professionals who are facing personal or challenges? What would you tell them?
I think people need to really step back if they have a lot on their plate. They feel like they have a lot on their plate. They need to step back and decide really and truly what makes them happy. And they should not be in it for the money. I wished that I wasn't so hell-bent on, when the kids were young, like at 3 months, I left them with a caregiver. Luckily, I had my mom for Cody, that she was there with him for the first year, but she was unable to do it for Alex. So what I would tell young mothers, don't focus so much on, making a career, making money, paying for your dream house. I mean, we're living in the house that we lived in, that we built at 30. And, that's going to be it for the rest of our life. And it really was our dream house. Mm-hmm. And we had to work really hard to get where we were in order to pay for that. And, things never came easy for us. So I'm just saying, I think people nowadays, because life goes so quickly, that they need to focus on what keeps them happy. Because tomorrow isn't promised. You need to focus on being happy. Of course, focus on your career as well, but don't stay unhappy in a job just because it pays you well.
So what would you want your legacy to be?
I guess I just need to think about what legacy would mean. But I didn't create the foundation for a legacy. I created the foundation for a means whereby we educate the public on the importance of mental health. And we should start it off from as early as possible. Like my son Alex, he showed signs that there was something a little off in his early years.
Like what?
Okay, I would always say that Ali never grew out of his terrible twos. He would throw these intense tantrums, and I never understood it. I just thought that he was a rebellious child. And little did I know it was a manifestation of his anxiety that was just overcoming him. And when he first told me he had social anxiety, I said to him, but Ali, you have all these friends around you. You're the last person I would expect to have social anxiety. And that's the worst thing that you could say to your child that's confiding in you.
Yeah.
You're not validating them to say, come on, tell me more.
But that's
because I wasn't educated to know that. I did the best I could do, and with the information I had, that's the whole reason for the foundation, is to educate parents on be a listener first, and then your children will come and disclose their feelings to you. Often you're just the only point of contact for them. To even though Alex had many, many friends,
mm-hmm.
none of them knew he was depressed, except maybe one.
Okay.
He had a lot of friends, and I'm grateful to them up until this day. Like I said, some of them, Haley serves on the board, and but she never knew because he hid it. He hid. We used the sunglasses on the on our logo.
Mm-hmm.
He wore Ray-Bans to hide his feelings. We didn't know that. Mm-hmm. We didn't know they were a mask. We thought he was just wanting to look cool. So legacy is, I just want to be able to, have some, like, people come up to me and say, thank you so much for the Alex Panton Foundation. I've learned so much. I talk to my children differently. And I've learned that mental illness is not something where you just send somebody off to a institution to get help. it's things that if treated early, you can, ward it off. But again, like I said, by the time Alex realized that, hey, Mom, yes, can you get me some help? It was years of it.
Yeah.
Years of it, years of him trying to mask what he was feeling and not talking about it. He had slipped so far into depression, that he felt that he was probably being a burden to us. And I probably should not get too far into that, because I get very emotional just remembering my interactions with him, especially on the last day. It was a really good one, and I never dreamed that, he would not be alive at the end of the night. It was a really, really good interaction with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying, I want people to understand that mental health is central to our health and well-being.
Yeah.
If you don't have mental health, you don't have good mental health, you're not going to have good physical health.
Can you sum up in about 30 seconds just anything you'd like the audience to know that I haven't asked?
Okay. I would like the audience to know about all the various programs that we have in place at the Alex Panton Foundation to educate the public. Like I said, we have the preemptive program, which is the emotional literacy program, and we also have a financial assistance program which helps young people up to 30 years old access mental health care that can't afford it. And we have the Youth Ambassadors program where you can join a group to feel for a sense of belonging, and also be the change that you want to see in your society. It's kind of a twofold program where kids can feel like they belong, and then they can feel like they're making a difference.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Jean.
The Kids Helpline.
Okay.
I need
Go
to
ahead.
talk about the Kids Helpline, which is our newest, and we need volunteers. And volunteers, please sign up to be a volunteer on the Kids Helpline.
You've been listening to me interview Ms. Jean Panton of the Alex Panton Foundation, and she's one of the women for the Honoring Women's Month series. We are moving you to the life you want.
If you or your loved one is facing cancer, only Sylvester will stand firmly by your side at every step, from diagnosis through survivorship, providing you and your family peace of mind and assisting with everything you need before, during, and after your stay with us. Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center is South Florida's only NCI-designated cancer center and specializes in treating the most complex cancer cases. Your first-class cancer care is just a flight away. Learn more at sylvester.org.
Are you feeling anxious, overthinking, or stressed, struggling with sleep and focus? Your physical health may be suffering too. Research shows that stress directly impacts your well-being, making it harder for your body to heal. At the Lightroom, we're here to help you find your balance. Our unique facility promotes the theta brain state, which is your body's natural way to achieve restorative rest and repair. Visit us at the Lightroom, Pasadora Place in Georgetown, and let us guide you back to wellness, rediscovering tranquility and harmony, because you deserve to feel your best. Call us on 938-HEAL or book online at www.thelightroom.ky.
This is For the Health of It with Tara Bush. Brought to you by the Health Services Authority. Caring people, quality service. Visit hsa.ky.
For the Health of It with Tara Bush.
Brought to you by Healthcare Pharmacy, where they care about your health. 2 locations, Governor Square and Grand Harbor. Refill and transfer prescriptions online. Call 947-8900 or visit healthcarepharmacy.ky. Also brought to you by Cayman Medical Center, Cayman's most awarded private medical clinic.
And U Health, International University of Miami.
World-class healthcare in the heart of Miami.
The Light Room, your holistic sanctuary for physical and mental restoration, repair, and rejuvenation. The power that made the body heals the body. 38 Pasadora Place, Georgetown. Find us online at www.thelightroom.ky or call 938-HEAL.
For the Health of It with Tara Bush.
If they are talking about us,
living in your head rent-free all this time,
we must be relevant. Radio Cayman since 1976.